So in today's video, we'll be talking about this oppa and this oppa. Oppa's a cringe word, but let's just use it.
Ew, this is so cringe. Guilty.
Hello and welcome aboard. I'm Oxy, and I'll be taking you on a journey through our minds. Yes, our minds and society. Today, I'll be taking you to a K show which talks about psychopaths. Stuff where kids are not supposed to do except if you're in euphoria high. Probably more stuff you're not supposed to do. And last but not least, and the most important theme, it's the most important theme, parental abuse. So, this guy, who's aging pretty well, and this guy, who came in Squid Game. They're together in a psychological thriller, which I'll be going through with you guys. So like pretty much every other K-drama that talks about parents ruining your life, this one talks about it too. And I'm not going to be giving you spoilers, but I'm going to try my best is going to tell you about what this drama goes on about and how much it shows parents can ruin your lives. The story revolves around this guy having DID. What is DID? DID is dissociative identity disorder, and it is basically you feeling you've got alters. Now, it's not a feeling, it's like a psychological illness where you feel you've got alters and like there are other people who are actually you, like you're multiple people. And in this one, this guy is his alter. So the main character, who's Suro, and the alter, who's K, they go along a journey, and there are a lot of other themes because this guy's in police and there's a lot of drama, but mostly all drama revolves around how parents abuse can lead to a lot of horrible things in life. So this guy himself goes through a journey where he tries to understand why he has DID. So why do people normally get DID? It's because of a traumatic it's a response to a traumatic event that has happened in your life, and that's mostly parental abuse. Any kind of abuse that you have experienced in your childhood from parents, it causes DID. So going towards the drama, the first time he discovers that he has DID is when he destroys his own car and he doesn't realize he's been doing that. And there are other events when he sees K and he doesn't understand who K is. And that's when he goes to this psychologist and they try to understand what actually happened.
I told you it wasn't a dream.
Right, okay. So it turns out this lunatic was you.
Now, man's got his memories locked. He got amnesia because he just wanted to forget those. Our brain actually has the capacity to block down memories that are too painful that we might not be able to overcome. So anyways, a lot of things happen. I'm not gonna give you all those spoilers because we're not going to do that. It's just, I would love to do that, but apparently it's considered a not so good thing to do. And so this guy wants to actually unlock his memories, and he does like unlock them on every single level. There is some kind of thing that comes up, but when he wants to actually like there's a moment where he gets into this place which is like his head, or you could say his subconscious, and there are a lot of doors, and so this is what it looks like.
Dana, 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 do 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 do, Dana, Dana, do 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 do.
Now all of these doors kind of represent his memories because he opens the door, he finds a memory inside, and the numbers on the doors are often they represent the dates of what happened. And there's a moment when he tries to open one of the doors to unlock a memory. He actually unlocks a memory of his dad and him.
Inju, My real name.
Bam, bam, bam.
But what we get is that K came along because he wants to protect the main character. He's the one point where he tries to open a door.
What are you doing? Don't open.
The altar stops him. That's like where you understand why people get DID. It's because people want to protect themselves. So their personality splits into this other person who's not so weak, and they try to defend themselves in a way. And Kay defends him from any harm possible.
How it's supposed to be. Try to remember. I know you remember everything, Juhu. Think. Bam. Wink.
How is he supposed to remember what he didn't do, you jerk? Do you suddenly remember doing things that never happened? If someone insisted that you did them? If I keep insisting that you pooed, sorry.
Now that's a spoiler you're not gonna like, because this specific clip actually leads to some, like, you get to know something. So forgive me for that. Now, the drama goes back and forth. He goes to the past memories and he comes back to the front. He's trying to, like, understand what happened that triggered his DID. Like, he gets to know some of it, but at the end, like, what actually happened? So he's trying to get around some memories. And there is a psychopath who, like, provokes people to kill their abusive family members, who are often fathers, brothers, even abusive exes. So I'm not gonna show you the guy who is there as an adult, because that's gonna be a total big spoiler and you guys will hate me for that. So what I'm going to show is a clip of where he is talking to this guy as a kid.
Let's kill them for each other. Your dad and my dad. Why don't we do it for each other?
What?
We'd be returning to the same misery if we were to go back. Let's just get rid of that misery. That's what you want to, right?
Well, you see in that clip, you see the kind of hatred that boils inside kids because of a parent who neglected them, abused them, and thought that just because they're an adult, they can take out their anger and frustration on them. So there are other cases, which I told you, of an abusive ex, an abusive father, an abusive brother. And this psychopath provokes people to kill those, abusive people in order to protect themselves. So the psychopath's notion himself is that you should kill anybody who tries to hurt you. It just got me thinking how many criminals out there got affected by an abusive household where they could have been better, but it's just their environment triggered them. We blame the individual who committed the crimes. Of course, many of the times that's the thing that we're supposed to do, right? They just did it themselves. But there's a whole thing behind, there's a background behind every person who does a specific thing. When I was studying sociology, we had this primary socialization. It's like family is a primary socialization source because family teaches you the core values of living in a society and what are the norms and how you're supposed to function in society. And if a family you get abused, and there's so many times when you see violence, you become violent. And I believe these parenting is a big issue. Most people would say you can't blame the parents always, but most of the time it's the parents' mistake why a child turns out to be a specific way, because parents are the ones who guide the child. When it comes to a child making a mistake, it's not always the parents' mistake, but most of the time it is the parents' mistake, because we can blame the person, oh, you have mommy issues, you've got daddy issues, and we've made a joke out of it, which is not right, because behind those things are there's a parent who's neglecting the child. There's a parent who's abusing the child. There's a parent who's not giving attention that is needed and not doing their job right. Because from a child, it's expected to have good grades, to be a good person, to be out there nice, doing everything. But we never have this expectation from parents to be there psychologically benefiting the child. We always have, if the parent is providing money, that's all that's needed. That's not all that's needed. A parent needs to be there to guide a child, to be there for them, for a psychological benefit to the child. The child builds that thing and goes along with it for the rest of their life. It's like an emotional there's an emotional value to what he learns at home, because that's what he carries on along his life. And when he's even making his own family or her own family, they carry those values with them, and they're going to do the same thing. And if that messed up cycle just keeps on continuing, whether they're with their own family in the future or with their friends or any other person in society, they're going to be replicating the exact emotions and criteria out there of how to treat other people. That being said, I would really recommend watching this drama, because it was it was something that you get a new perspective of the world. And as much as people have stereotyped K-dramas to be stupid, all this makeup and stuff, that's not how it is. There are some themes that no other, like Hollywood, is not even giving. I believe you should watch things that actually give you a bigger insight on how the world works and how there are other people were suffering, and how you could make a world a better place with, getting more insight on these things. That's all for this video. I hope I keep making this stuff. If you guys like it, you should comment in the comment section. I know this is like my first video where I'm actually giving a review about something, and it's not gonna be as nice. Of course it's not gonna be, because it's my first time. I don't know how to arrange the things and tell them without spoilers, as well as convey the thing that I want to convey. So hopefully it keep getting better and I will be consistent, which I am not. I am very sorry. But that's all for today, so bye bye.